go. VR6 doors.
Alright guys, we made it to Wookiees in the Woods. Of course not without some problems. We're leaving the cabin now and it's like a 14% grade, which was fun getting up the hill yesterday when it was raining. Luckily we have all-wheel drive. As it would have it, because we drive VWs, my buddy Matt had a breakdown. He broke down right as we pulled in Fontana Village, and after that we had to go into town. The nearest town's like 35 minutes away, and we got into town, found out that everything closes at 5. And we got there at 5:15, so we weren't really able to fix the car last night, so we fought with it early this morning. We got up early, drove back to the car, and I probably did, I don't know, 13 trips back and forth down the same road between going to come on, man. I'm gonna go that side. I'm gonna go to that side because there's a puddle here.
Okay, you're not making her do that.
Well, one of her
Hey.
Couldn't understand what you were saying.
That's alright. Yeah, we were telling you to just keep going because we're gonna go run. Did he just really tell the lady to go off the edge of the cliff so he cannot miss a puddle or hit a puddle?
I did.
I mean, seriously, you did that?
Yeah, man, I just washed the car.
Just don't know you anymore.
Would you expect anything different from me?
No, actually I wouldn't, but still.
Either way, yeah, we did a whole bunch of trips back and forth trying to get the car fixed. I probably did something like 70 miles just driving up and down the road trying to find a store with something that would work. We ultimately called it a night, grabbed all their stuff, loaded up in here, and then went out early this morning and got it fixed. And of course there are casualties. I have cuts all over my hands because VW, but it was a cooler line for the auxiliary side cooler that rubbed through on the fans, so we had to cut it out, put a barb in, and re-secure it, and we had about this much space to work with.
Huh? Let me see. Here, here, here. Yeah.
Cut some skin off. Oh, when it somehow did. I think that's old though.
We got it. So good job.
I'm losing my way. You've gotten to me, and that's my mistake. Some might say I can't get too far without seeing your face. Oh, you gave me your heart and took it away. I'm going underground, going underground. Say your loving comes around, going underground, going underground. 'Cause your love is not around anymore. Going underground.
All right, guys, so we survived the tail. Not that we wouldn't, but people crash here all the time. Now it's time to head back to the Fontana Dam for probably one of the most iconic parts of this entire event, and that is the sound off. Right on cue. Now, this year, the sound off is a little bit more special because one of the founders or co-founders of this event actually passed late last year from cancer. So we're gonna have a moment of silence and a sound off to him. And honestly, it is probably one of the most chilling things is listening to all of these cars fire up. And they do it separately. They'll do the R32s and then they'll do the Golf Rs. So essentially they'll have Wookiees for Wookiees in the Woods, and then they'll have everybody fire up their vacuum cleaners. So we're gonna head that way now, and I can't wait. This is probably one of the most looked forward to parts of this entire event for me. All right, so I'm done editing this video, somewhat. Before I give my final thoughts, a few things. One of them being is I want to give a huge thank you and shout out to my buddy Matt and his wife Andy. They took a lot of the footage you saw in this video between what we took, what they took, and what Lauren took as well. I had something like 180 gigabytes worth of video to go through, which is part of the reason why it took me so long to get this video out. I didn't want to make it too long. If I used all of the video I had, this would probably be like a 6-hour YouTube video. I just wanted to give highlights of the event, how it was for us, what we did, and what our thoughts were. So to sum it up, I think Wookiees is probably one of the best car events I've ever attended. It's not about all what we used to refer to as scene kids and show cars. It's about a group of people that share a passion for a certain type of car, and it's about the cars, it's about driving, great scenery, hanging out with friends, and it lit a fire in me about wanting to go to these events even more. It's been years since I've been to one, and I have no words. It brought me back to a younger, maybe more fun me. So you could count on the fact that I'll definitely be going again next year. You could also count on the fact that I'll definitely do a better job at capturing sound. I kind of screwed that up a little bit but with just everything going on, with having to rush there, with the rain, having to fix the R32 and everything else, I just kind of dropped the ball on some of the sound clips. So the sound's not the greatest it could be. That's definitely something I will for sure look into. But that will do it for this one, guys. I have to get ready for the next event. We're going to Helen, and so I have to get the Mark III ready for all that, because I am going to bring it for the first time in over a decade to a show. So I got to get that thing ready. I got to rush through all of that. Once again, I want to thank my buddy Matt, and he also does some YouTube stuff, but he does it mostly for his company, which is called Whiskey and Whitetails, and he distributes and sells whiskey. So he does some really great content, some very professional level work, unlike me, and that's probably part of the reason we had such good video. And he was a good bud to come out, and I've known him for well over a decade because of all these VWs and everything else, and for him to bring in R32 to this event made it that much better. So once again, guys, thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.